Okay. I am so sorry for the delay. I'm so sick and tired of my Mac just being up all day long. With my Mac just trying to suddenly crash on me for no reason. And to one big hay of a boost on my Mac Mini crash on me for no reason. So I'm just gonna go ahead and not do this anymore, and I feel like when the next time we're doing this stream and all of a sudden just crash on me, I'm doing it via StreamYard, okay? Okay. Now let's begin. Let's finish up the show where we used to be, okay? I was originally gonna have three more, but thanks to Remix, I have four more, okay? Okay. Now, today I'm gonna read you Mick Rock, okay? I was originally, okay, there we go. We got Mick Rock in this one, and then we got three more, okay? To finish off this season premiere, okay? Okay. Michael David Rock was a British photographer. He photographed rock music acts such as Queen, David Bowie, T-Rex, Syd Barrett, Lou Reed, Iggy Pop, and the Stooges, the Sex Puzzles, Ozzy Osbourne, the Ramones, Joan Jett, Talking Heads, Roxy Music, Thin Lizzy, Joy, which is made by Brian Johnson. I'm like, really? I did not know that. Okay, that makes more sense now. My Crew and Blonde, okay? Blondie, okay? Often referred to as the men who shot the 70s. Okay, that makes more sense now. He shot most of the memorable photos of Bowie and Ziggy Stardust, and this combination of Bowie's official to photographer. Let me just check here one more time so people can hear me. There we go, I got it now. Okay, I got it. Okay. According to most sources, Michael David Rock was born in 1948, November 21st, in Hammersmith, London, the son of David and Joan Rock. Although in that 2017 interview, he stated that his birth name was Michael Irvin Chester Smith, okay? And his birth was a result of his mother's relationship with the American Airman, okay? He was educated at Erasmus School in London, and Gurnville and Chas College, Cambridge, graduating with a degree in Manual and Modern Languages, okay? While in Cambridge, he developed an interest in 19th century Romantic poetry, okay? Principal of the works of Rembrandt, Bonneville, were Shirley and Bond, okay? In his first appearance in the prize claim after he was arrested for misrepresentation, okay, make more sense now. During this time at Cambridge, Rock wrote in this the cause verse the 8th, okay, and also picked up a friend's camera and started to take pictures on local rock music scene, okay. Okay. According to some friends and contacts on the web, including Cambridge native Syd Barrett and Mick Jagger's younger brother Chris, okay? I was at home with a friend who had all the toys, including a great record player and camera, sitting around his room, okay? Tripping it on Boris' accident, I was picking up the camera and began playing with it. Wow, okay. In addition to this work, Bowie, who he met in 1972, early 1972 that is, Rock also created album covers of Barrett, the Madcap Labs, Wakeham, James, Longstone, Owen, Mean, Louis Transformer, and Coney Island Baby, Iggy Pop, and the Stooges, Raw Power, Queen's Queen 2, recreated the music video Bohemian Rhapsody, and Sure Heart Attack. Joy's Don't Be Fooled by a Name, which is Brian Johnson's name, by the way. Which, of course, let me check to see if the name is right here. Okay, that makes more sense now, okay. The Romanos and the Century, and Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. Okay. He was a chief photographer on the films The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh my god, really? I didn't know that. Okay. Hilberg and the Angry Inch, okay. And Short Bus, okay. He also produced and directed the music videos John I'm Only Dancing, Genie, Space Ellie, and My Friend Mars. But in Bowie's Sound and Vision DVD collection, okay. Its both subjects including the Misfits, Snoop Dogg, which is not one of my favorites, okay. Air Traffic, Maxwell, Alicia Keys, The Gossip, Lady Gaga again, Richard Barham, The Killers, the Sister Sisters, Michael Bobo, Miley Cyrus, Michael Sip, how you pronounce it, Kate Moss, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, okay, that makes more sense, the Camille Brothers, Janelle Monáe, the Queens of the Stone Age, Kappa Punk, that Punk, excuse me, Jazza Bond, Snow Patrol, Daniel Merriweather, Brad Keys, Alan Oates, Pierre, Dawn John, MGMT, Alicia, John, I'm going to Joe, have announced it, Pete, Yorn, Gavin, Dardro, Peaches, Fat Joe, Rhymefest, Nas, Q-Tip, Jane's Addition, Tom Sharpart, and old friends Bowie, Will Reed, Debbie Harry, Joan Jett, Mary Crew, Nigel Gunn, and Iggy Pop. Ross received a National Music Legends Award for his contribution to music in late 2006. In 2001, when Mark was prepared to release his book, Violations recognized that he's having this award, but okay, these words. He was successful in commissions and subjects set by to autograph 320 inserts, to acquire the special edition copies. That was Barrett's first promotional activity in decades. After he retired from music in the early 70s, okay. Television. Rock was the host of On the Record with Music Rock, a documentary series on the Ovation channel, okay? The series been followed Rock on his road across the country and met to the musicians for the tour of his hometowns, highlighting the people, places, cultures, evolutions that have been integral in their lives and careers, okay? Each episode features a performance. Guests in the first season includes Josh Foreman's Flaming Lips, featuring Wayne Cole and Stephen Draw, which is Steve Burns, by the way, and Kings of Leon, and Patty LaBelle, and of course, Mark Wallison. The film includes shot the Psycho Special Miniature Rock in 2016. It's a Bollywood documentary about rock, directed by Barry Clay, produced by Monica Hampton. Rock moved to New York in the mid-1970s and lived in New York City on Staten Island with his wife and their daughter. He died on November 18th, 2021. He was 72 years old. Now, I'm not going to read the whole entire section behind it, but there's a lot to talk about besides these, but that's just me. Anyway, I got 3 more depth topics to read, and it's of course I'm going to refer to this depth topic, okay? This is the father of Kiss Paul Stanley. His name is William Eisner, okay? William Eisner passed away peacefully on November 7th, 2021 in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 101, okay? Mrs. Eisner, known for Will as Willie, and unquestionable source of knowledge. He was an avid reader and unusual adventurer whose greatest pleasure was meeting and talking with people, spending time with his family. Throughout his life, Willie's attentive nature and photographic memory for faces ensures that he never forgot even the most minute detail about someone. He loved all types of music, could often be heard singing and humming cheerfully to himself. As an adult, he gave cursory lessons at a brief trot, as well as in his 90s, could be a top-notch foxtrot. Okay? He cared deeply about people, social justice, and the state of the world. It was a unique among people in his age, and his enduring inspiration to learn new things that would be brought or changing his perspective. He was proud to reply to anyone who must eventually question his cognitive abilities in the centurion out of all the marvels he did. While spending most of his life in New York City, he, after briefly attending City College, he worked for several decades as a salesman and manager at an office furniture company involved to serve in the army during World War II. Okay. In midlife, he moved to the house and he doored on Arma Avenue in Perth, Washington, where he would spend more than 3 decades together with his beloved wife Eva, who had been married for more than 60 years. He was an active member of community and known for many neighbors, shopkeepers, and the rabbi of congregants at pro-Jewish center. Late in life, he moved to California to be closer to family, okay? Throughout decades, up until his end, his picture and celebrity in his own life, attended countless concerts by the rock band called Kiss, of which his son is a founding member. Will was born on the Bronx on April 7th, 1920. To immigrants, Rebecca and Harry Eisenhander, okay? And he has 3 siblings now deceased. He is survived by his son Paul Stanley, his daughter Julia, his grandchildren Erica, Evan, Colin, Sarah, Emily, and his 2 grandchildren Vivian and Saban, okay? His family will always be grateful to loving care for surviving the Noreen and Norma for the past 7.5 years. Now, 2 more I have to read, and we'll move on to the last step topic. Her name is Lori Van Trapp Campbell. Of Sound and Music family dies at 90. Alia Laurie Van Trapp Campbell was the second daughter of George Mara Van Trapp and the youngest sibling of the older Van Trapp children who went on to debuts in stage and film. That was exciting stuff right there. Okay. The second daughter of Maria Van Trapp, who was an Australian family who was famous for being the musical and beloved movie The Sound of Music, has died. She was 9 years old. Eleanor Murray Von Trapp Campbell died Sunday. Norman Vermont. The death was confirmed by the Day Funeral Home in Randolph, Vermont. Campbell was born in Strasbourg, Austria, the second daughter of George Mara Von Trapp, and a younger step-sibling to the older Von Trapp children, who went on to be despised in stage and film as well. The family escaped from Nazi Austria in 1948, and performed concert tours throughout Europe and America. The family settled in Vermont in the early 1940s and opened a ski lodge in Stoll. The Austrian transition her mother brought to Vermont and from Europe played a big part in the family life. Daughter Hope and East Hardwick, Vermont said Thursday. Okay. Makes more sense now. While McAndrew said they all knew what the world of the songs from Sound Music, they all knew the songs that the family sang while touring America, well before the musicals. They did amazing Christmas concerts while they sang and described to us, and they were very touching. McAndrew said that she had very fond memories of these concerts at Christmas. The Sound of Music was a musical play and movie based mostly on the 1949 book by Mary Von Trapp, who died in 1987. Okay? It tells the story of an Austrian woman who married a widower, has 7 children, and teaches them music. Okay? Campbell's father, Austrian naval Captain George Von Trapp, and first wife, obvious Whitehead Von Trapp, has 7 children who are the base of the singing family in the musical and film. Maria married the captain, and Whitehead Von Trapp died, and taught her new stepchildren music. They all have now disease. Okay? George Von Trapp and Maria Von Trapp went on to have 3 more children, who have not been described in the movie. Campbell was the second. Campbell's siblings, Rosemary Von Trapp and Joyce Von Trapp, live in Stoll. Campbell's first career was singing Serbia and as a member of the Trapp family singers, okay? Which traveled internationally, and it was nearly all the United States, and she was told she could marry Hugh David Campbell in 1954, the officer said. The life of the singing of the tour is one that involves extraordinary amount of inspired and hard work, and my mother lives as a teenager singing what lead Sabario, okay? Night after night after night, and toured after much of the year. It really shaped who she was. Campbell's daughter, Elizabeth Pierce of Cambridge, Massachusetts, said Thursday. She was a businesswoman, and yet she missed out on many of the things she was the rest of us enjoyed in high school and college years, and yet she was very grateful. All the travel the experience she had, Pierce said. Okay. After Campbell married in 1954, she supposed her husband a coach and a teacher in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. While raising 7 daughters, wow. In 1975, the family moved to Waitsfield, Vermont. Okay? She taught her girls to cook, bake, garden, sew, knit, darn, and make butter and ice cream from scratch. In addition to 2 remaining siblings. Survivors include 7 daughters, 18 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandsons. A service is scheduled for November 6th in Waitsville. Now, I got one more death topic, and he has one more death topic. This is from recently, so pay close attention, okay? Robert Michael Neesmith, okay, was an American musician, songwriter, actor, producer, and novelist, okay? He was best known as a member of the pop rock band, The Monkees, and the co-star of the TV series The Monkees from 1966 to 1968. Neesmith's songwriting credits includes Different Drum, sung by Linda Ronstadt with the Stone Ponies, how to pronounce it. After the breakup of the Monkees, Neesmith continued as a successful songwriting and performing career. First, as a successful country rock group, the first national band who went to hit the top 40 hit Joanne. And then as a solo artist, he played as a 12-string guitar, performing a custom-built Scratch. Electric story, his time with the Monkees, various 12-string electric models during his post-Monkey career, okay? He was also executive producer of the cult film Rebel Men in 1984. In 1981, Neesmith won the first Grammy Award for given for the video of the year for this hour-long TV special show, Elvis Parts, okay? He was in Texas in 1942. He was the only child. His parents, Warren and Betty Smith, Nee McMurray, divorced when he was born. His mother married Robert Graham in 1962, okay? And they remained married until 1975. Neesmith and his mother moved to Dallas, close to her family. She took temporary jobs ranging from security work to graphic design. Eventually attended a portion of the Executive Secretary of Texas Bank and Trust. When Neesmith was 13, his mother attended the typewriter correction fund known commercially as Liquid Paper. Over the next 25 years, she built Liquid Paper Corporation into a multi-million-dollar international company. Wow. She sold Gillette in 1979 from $48 million. She died a few months later at the age of 56. Wow. That was heartbroken, okay? Neesmith participated in cultural drama activities in Thomas Jefferson High School in Dallas, but he enlisted in the Air Force in 1960 without graduating. He completed basic training at Blackwell Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, and was trained in the aircraft medic and Shepherd Air Force Base in Wichita Falls, Texas. Okay, makes more sense now. But anyway, then was permanently stationed at the Clinton Sherman Air Force Base near Burns Flat, Oklahoma. Okay, he got a jet I can't pronounce this word. Excuse me. It was Army discharged in 1962. He enrolled at San Antonio College, where he met John. I can't pronounce his name. And began as a musical combination. Excuse me. They won the first San Antonio College Talent Award. Okay, performed a mixture of standard folk songs and a few of Neesmith's original songs. Neesmith began to write more songs and poetry. Then he moved to Los Angeles and began singing in folk songs clubs, around the city. He served as a hoot master for the Monday night Hootenanny and at the Troubadour, how you pronounce it. The West Hollywood nightclub that features new artists. Ray Sparks from the new Christy Masters offered Neesmith a publishing deal for their songs, and Brady Freeman told him to upcoming auditions for the new TV series called The Monkees. On October 20, 1965, Neesmith landed the role as a role hat-wearing guitar player, Mike, in the show, which required real-life musical talent for writing. Instrument playing, singing, and performing in live concerts at part of the Monkees band. The Monkees TV series aired from 1966 until 1968 and developed a cult following over the years. After a tour of duty in the Air Force, Neesmith was given a guitar as a Christmas present from his mother and stepfather. Learned that he played solo. He was playing solo. And it's as a series of working bands. Okay, performing folk, country, and initially rock and roll. Okay, his verses, poems, became a basis of song lyrics. And after moving to Los Angeles, his friend, with Phyllis and friend John London, okay, he signed a publishing deal with his songs. Neesmith's Mary Mary was recorded by Paul Butterfield's blues band, while different drum and some of Shelley's blues were recorded by Linda Ronstadt and the Stone Ponies, Pretty Little Princess, written in 1965, was recorded by Francie Lane and released in a single in 1968 on ABC Records, okay? Later, some of the Shelley's blues and Prophecy, I'm Just Beginning to Care, was probably most popular by Nate Gray Dirt Band and the Night Say Uncle Charlie and his dog Tay, okay? Neesmith began the recording career in 1953 by releasing a single on the Highness label. But he followed in 1955 with the on-off single release on A&M Records, followed by two more recorded singles. One was titled New Record under the name Michael Blessing, okay? Released on the top Colpux Records. Because I can't pronounce this word. Also labeled by Davy Jones. Well, he did not meet until the Monkees formed. From 1935 until early 1970, Neesmith was a member of the television pop rock series band, The Monkees, created by the television situation comedy of the same name. Neesmith won his role largely by appearing in Knowledge College when he auditioned, okay? When he he rode his motorcycle to audition and wore the wool hat to keep his hair out of his eyes. Producer Bob Robinson and Bert Snyder remembered the wool hat guy and called Neesmith back. Okay, one of these was cast string gems by songs that could be used in the show. Many of the songs Neesmith wrote from the Monkees, such as The Girl I Knew Somewhere, Mary Mary, and Listen to Band, became minor hits. One song he wrote, You Just May Be the One, is a mixed manner, expiring 5/4 bars, and otherwise 4/4 structure, okay? As a part of the promotional deal, garage guitar company Bill will one-off National Finish 12-string electric guitar for Neesmith. When he was a performer in the Monkees, okay, the custom-made guitar was primarily cited at the time as being worth $5,000. Wow. The original $36,500. Wow. In 2018, was undoubtedly fed for publicity purposes, okay? He earlier played his commonized scratch 12-string, which he had originally been a 6-string model. Neesmith was a guitar for this appearance in the television series, as well as the Monkees live appearance in 1966 and 1967. Began in 1968, Neesmith was a white 6-string given SG custom for the live appearance with the Monkees. He used that guitar for the motion picture Head for the live version of Circle Sky. And also for the final original Monkees and tour in 1969. And the post original Facebook page in 2011, Neesmith reported that both guitars were stolen in the early 1970s. Wow. As well as the other Monkees is concerned, Neesmith began to be frustrated at the band's marginal image. Neesmith was mostly publicly vocal Monkee about the band's pre-formation image. The Monkees succeeded in ousting supervisor Don Kirshner, how you pronounce his name, and took control of this record's song choices. But they worked out the 4-man group on only one album, 1967's Headquarters. Neesmith withheld made the songs, okay, for the final Monkeys album, okay, opportunity to release them in this post-Monkeys solo records. During the band's first independent press conference, Neesmith called the More Than the Monkeys probably the worst record in the history of the world. Wow. The band never regained credibility, have announced it, after fans learned that he did not play the instruments on the earlier records. Sales continued to be profitable until the strenuous release on the movie Head. Neesmith's last commercial Monkeys commercial was a commercial for Kool-Aid Nerf balls in April of 1970, which I liked them the most. Finally, the spot ends with Neesmith throwing and say, Earth's Nerves. Okay, that makes more sense now. After the band's sales decline, Neesmith asked to be released from his contract despite it costing him, I have 3 years left at $150,000. Wow. Encouraged by $980,000 and almost $1 million. Wow. In 2018, a year. Wow. He remained as commercial buying until 1980, when he received his urgent for his mother, Innocence. In the 1980 interview with Playboy, he said at the time, I have to start telling little tales to the tax man what they were putting tags in the furniture. Wow. Return of the Monkeys. Neesmith did not participate in the Monkeys' 20th anniversary reunion, but he did appear during the encore with the other three Monkeys members at the Greek Theater on September 7th, 1986. In the 1987 interview with from Nick Rocks, Neesmith stated when Peter called up and said, we're going to go out. Do you want to go? I was booked, so when you get to LA, I'll play. Neesmith next joined his fellow Monkeys members during from the 1986 Monkeys Christmas Melody video for the MTV, appearing throughout dressed, disguised as Santa Claus until the finale, when he revealed as an divinity and relations to all. Okay, the question is I'm probably asking is, how does it feel to be up in you guys at this time? Well, it's a mixture of feelings all the time that are good, but what the one comes up to mind is a feeling of profound gratitude. Michael Smith speaking about being part of the Monkeys and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Wow. In 1989. Okay. Neesmith appeared again in 1989 with DeLonge, Torx, and Jones prior to the official kickoff of Monkeys' 1989 tour on July 1st in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Canada. Okay, these are the three things I said. Okay, move on. All four Monkeys gathered in Los Angeles, California, making 2 live radio appearances. Okay, KOS FM met the mark of Brian's show on June 28th, 1989. Wow. That makes sense now. That is also the same day as my birthday. Okay. And KIS Radio on June 30th to promote at the reunion concert at the Universal Amphitheater, where they appeared together as a 4-show live on stage on July 9th. The following day, July 10th, all 4 band members, were attending the Monkeys received a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Wow, okay. In 95, Neesmith was again reunited with the Monkeys to record a studio album, the first to feature all 4 since Head, titled Justice. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Released in 96. He also wrote and directed the Monkey television special, Hey Hey, It's the Monkeys, okay? To support the reunion, all 4 briefly toured the UK in 1997. UK tours last appearance of all 4 Monkeys performing together. In 2012, 2013 to 2014, after Jones' death, Neesmith reunited with DeLawes and Torque to perform concerts, okay? Throughout the United States, okay? Back with the 7-piece band, and that includes Neesmith's son, Kristen, the 12, performed 27 songs from the Monkees' discography. Dream Believer was sung by the audience. Wow. Makes more sense now. When asked why he was decided to return to the Monkees, Neesmith stated, "I never really left. It was a really part of my youth. It was always been active in my thoughts and part of my overall work as an artist." He also stated a special place. Wow. In 2016, Neesmith contributed vocally and instrumentally to the Monkees' 50th anniversary album, Good Times. He initially contributed a song, "I Know What I Know," and reportedly thrilled about the outcome of the album. Despite not touring with DeLawes and Torque for the measuring of the Monkees' 50th anniversary reunion in 2016, Neesmith did twice fill in for the Aching Peter York Torque, who appeared the final show of the tour, which featured the 3 surviving band members, the last show to do so. At the end of the final show, Neesmith announced his retirement from the Monkees, never to tour again. In 2018, Neesmith and DeLawes toured together as a duo for the first time over a banner. The Monkees present a Mike and Mickey show. The tour was cut short for 4 dates due to Neesmith having health issues. He was brought back to home and proceeded to have quadruple bypass surgery. He contributed 2 songs in the Monkees' 13th studio album, Christmas Party. It was the first Christmas album, released on October 12th, 2018. Okay. In 2018, Neesmith and DeLawes reunited again to make up the canceled dates on the tour and add several more dates, including the forthcoming tour in Australia and New Zealand. Neesmith and DeLawes had announced a follow-up tour in Even and the Monkees to begin in early 2020, but because the tour was delayed, however, due to the pandemic and COVID-19, it was announced that Neesmith and DeLawes on May 4th, 2021, that the Monkees would be disbanding following a farewell tour, dubbed the Monkees Farewell Tour. The tour describes over 40 dates in the U.S. following the September through November. However, because of restrictions due to the ongoing pandemic, they were not able to play shows in Canada, UK, or Australia at all. The final day of the tour was held on November 14th, 2021 in the Great Theater in Los Angeles. His solo career began in 1969. Neesmith formed a group, Universe National Band, currently John Ware and Red Rhodes. Neesmith wrote most of the songs of the band, including the single Joanne, which includes some of the airplay, received some of the airplay, was moderate charts in his hits for 7 weeks during 1970, rising from the number 21 in the Billboard Top 70. The first national band has been credited with being among the pioneers of country rock music. As he prepared for the exit of the Monkees in 1970, Neesmith was approached by John Ware and of the Corvettes, a band that featured Neesmith's friend John Lawton, who had played some of the earliest pre-Monkey Neesmith's 45. Okay, as in the Measureless Monkey sessions, and had 45 produced by Neesmith, and then not by 1969, where wanted Neesmith to put together a band. Neesmith said he should be interested only in Pale Steel, play Orville Red's roles. He was part of the project. Okay, Neesmith's musical partnership with Rhodes continued on until Rhodes' death in 1995, the year I was born, okay? New band was Kirsten Michael Smith and the first national band. and went on to record three albums for RCA Records in 1970. Okay, Neesmith was also been considered one of the pioneers of country rock. He also had moderate commercial success. Okay, that makes some more sense to you. Okay, okay, um, um. He also had moderate commercial success in the first national band. The second single, Joanne, hit number 21 in Billboard charts, number 17 in Cashbox, and number 4 in Canada, with follow-up Silver Moon making number 42 in Billboard, number 28 in Cashbox, and number 13 in Canada. Two more singles charted: Nirvana Fire made number 70 in Billboard, number 33 in Cashbox, and number 67 in Canada, which in prominently reached number 95 in Cashbox. Wow. And the first two LPs charted in lower regions in the Billboard album charts. No clear answer has been given to the band's breakup. Neesmith followed the second national band, a band that, besides Neesmith, considered the Michael Cohen keyboards on and Moog. Wow. Johnny Meeks, and of the Strangers and bass, and Jazzer, Jack's, Wisey and drums, and Orville Rose and Pietro Steele. He also, as well as an appearance by singer, musician, songwriter Jose Franco Congas. The album Charms of Treasures Volume 1 was a commercial disaster. Neesmith was then recorded and the hits just keep on coming, always featuring only him on guitar and Red Rose and P.O. Steele. Wow. Okay. Neesmith began his career on RCA Records as a cardboard inventor and on the bankrupt college industry. Set on Cultural Record Guide on rock albums in the 70s in 1981. Okay. Neesmith became more heavily involved in producing. Morgan and Ann's Matthews album, Very High. And Bert's I pronounce his last name, LA Turnaround. Okay, that makes more sense now. Neesmith was given a label on his own. Countryside through Egglove Records, and Nicholas Jacka Osman was a fan of Neesmith, okay? It was featured a number of artists, produced by Neesmith, and including Jarwin Friday, okay? And Red Rose. The Stab Band's Countryside helped Neesmith on his next last RCA Rec album, Pretty Much Your Standing on the Pretty Much Your Standard Ranch Stash. Having that in the words were. Again, Countryside popped forward when David Gavin replaced Halson on Countryside was unnecessary in Gavin's eyes. I agree. In the mid-70s, Neesmith briefly collaborated as a songwriter with Brendan Hosgrove. It was all in the tune I Never Loved Anyone More. Okay? A hit with Lynn Harrison and recorded for many others. As well as the songs Run Off and You Will Walk With Me. Both of which were recorded by Hosgrove, and all of these songs by Run Off was recorded by Neesmith himself. Okay. During the same period, Neesmith started his multimedia company, Pacific Arts. Okay. Which initially put out audio records, 8-track tapes, and cassettes. Following 1981, with Video Records, Neesmith recorded a number of LPs from this label and had a moderate worldwide in 1977 with the song Royal, the single taken from this album for the radio agent of Paul Wayne in 1983. Neesmith produced a music video for Nigel Richie's single All Night Long. In 1987, he produced a music video for the Michael Jackson single The Way You Make Give Me Feel. Pop quiz and MTV, followed by album parts and television parts, okay? During this time, Neesmith created a video clip for Rio, which helped superior Neesmith's creation of the television program called Pop Clips from the Nickelodeon television cable network. In 1980, Pop Clips was sold to the Time Warner IMAX Corporation. Time Warner IMAX developed Pop Clips into an MTV network. That makes more sense now. Neesmith won the first Grammy Award given the long-form music video in 1982 for his Alone Elephant Parts music video. And also a short-lived series on NBC inspired by the video called Michael Neesmith and Television Parts. Television Parts include many other artists who are unknown at the time. Went on to become major stars in their own right. Jay Leno, Jerry Seinfeld, who was been on the show called Seinfeld in the 90s, Jerry Seinfeld, Whoopi Goldberg, now the host of The View, and Orange Hall of The Orange Hall Show, were both well-known artists after his appearance on The Neesmith Show. The concept of the show would have to be comics render their stand-up routines, okay, into short comedy films, much of the ones in Elephant Parts. Neesmith, I can't pronounce the word, writers, established writers such as John Hanley, William Martin, John Levenstein, and Michael Kem, along the directors William Deere, who have helped directed Elephant Parts and Alien. Excuse me, I misspoke. But anyway, Alan Madison, as well as producer Ward Sawyer to create the show. Okay, that makes more sense now. The half-hour show ran for 8 episodes in the summer of 1985 on the first NBC Thursday night in prime time, but it's a flop. Pacific Arts and Legal Dispute. Okay. Neesmith formed a Pacific Art Corporation Incorporated in 1974 and managed to develop media projects. Pacific Arts Video became a Pacific pioneer of the home video market, producing and distributing the wide variety of videotape programs. Although this company actually ceased operating after the dispute with PBS over the home video licensing rights and payments for several series, such including Ken Burns' The Civil War. Dispute claimed it could into a lawsuit that went into jury trial into federal court into Los Angeles. In February 3rd, 1999, a jury awarded Neesmith and his company Pacific Arts $48.835 million in compensatory damages. Prominent is why we call it. It's like finding your grandmother stealing your stereo. Yeah, I agree. And I should be ashamed of yourself, PBS, because you're stealing the late Neesmith's company. You know? You happen to get your stereo back. But it's sad to find your grandma's a thief. PBS appealing the ruling. Yeah, I have to disagree with the company PBS, because PBS should not steal this stuff. Pacific Arts Corporation. But appeal never reached court and settlement was reached. But the amount paid for Pacific Arts and Neesmith kept confidential. And I agree with Neesmith, and I don't appreciate it, because PBS, my grandfather, and my second family to me, you don't need to be stealing stuff, you know? That's just me. Neesmith's most recent Pacific Art project was Mill Ranch 3D, a virtual environment on the internet that hosted live performances and various virtual venues inside the ranch. He performed live inside Mill Ranch 3D in May 25th, 2009. Okay? Now, as for movies and books, let me tell y'all something, okay? He was an executive producer for the films Rebels Man, Tapeheads, and time member The Adventures of Ralph Swan. And while he's in his own studio solo recording and film projects. In 1998, Neesmith published his first novel, Sang Hair of Nephon Soria. It was developed originally as an online project. It was later published as a hardcover book by St. Martin's Press. Neesmith's second novel, The Red Magus Gene, was released in July 2009 as an online download from RadioRanch.com. Okay? Recent history. In the early 80s, Neesmith teamed up with Stardust P.J. Rook, the Orion's vehicle Time Rider, in their annual Budget 1000 overall race. This occurs in Orwell's 2009 book, Drive Crazy. During the 90s, Neesmith was trustee and president of the Garland Foundation, hosted the Council of Ideas, a cultural gathering of individuals from different fields who are asked to visually the most important issues of the day and publish a result. The foundation ceased a program in 2000 to start a new program in performing arts. Neesmith also spent a decade as a trustees member, nominated Rainbow and vice chair of the American Film Industry Institute. Excuse me, misspoke. But anyway, in '92, Neesmith undertook a concert tour in North America to promote the CD to be released on RCA Stowe Records. Although he included the song "Royal" from the album, from the radio engine upon Wing. The tour ended at the Brit Festival in Oregon. A video CD both entitled "The Bride of the Brit Festival" was released, captured in the 1992 concert. That Neesmith continued the record, released his own music. His final album, "Race," was released in 2006. In 2011, he recorded producing, working with a blues singer and guitarist, Karen Wonderland. Okay, Neesmith produced a Wonderland version of Robert Johnson's "I Believe I'll Dust My Bloom," okay, on her album Piecemeal, okay. Wonderland married wire comedian A. Whitney Brown on March 4th, 2011, in a ceremony obligated by Neesmith. In 2012, Neesmith briefly toured Europe prior to rejoin the Monkees for the tours in the United States, intermixing the Monkees concerts. Neesmith also launched solo concerts, okay, on the U.S., unlike his 1992 U.S. tour, which mostly featured music and RCA record recordings. Okay. Neesmith stated its 2013 tour will feature songs that feature dramatic, comical, and most often requested by fans. Chris Scruggs, grandson Earl Scruggs, replaced the Red Rose on the steel guitar. Okay, the tour was captured on the live album Movies of the Mind. In 2014, he guest starred in season 4, episode 9 of the IFC comedy series Mania, in the fictitious role of the father of the mayor of Portland, Oregon. Okay. In 2017, he released a memoir and compilation soundtrack album on the Infinite Tuesday on autobiographical Riff. In 2018, he announced in the show he'll be doing 5-state tour in California with a revamped version of the first national band, including the Day on the Trumpeter. Okay, he performed before the Monkees. On February 20th, the tour was announced as the Monkees President, the Mike and Mickey Show. The first tour is a duo. The pair would play the Monkees music and promote the tour under the name of the Monkees banner. But Neesmith stated there's no protest about Mickey and I sick of being the Monkees. We're not. The tour was cut short in June 2018, with 4 shows being left unplayed due to Smith having a minor health issue. The also has a rescheduled to unplayed concerts plus and several including other and other things, like an Australian tour in 2019. After recovering from his health scare, Michael Smith and the National Band Redux went on the tour in the U.S., but most likely the same lineup and the set list was the same Southern California shows. That same year, Neesmith was toured, so focusing on his 1972 album, and the hits just keep going coming. Okay, and as a two-piece combination with a pedal steel player Pete Findlay, for the first time in the format since 1984 with Red Rolls. Okay, Neesmith was also joined by special guests, Ben Garbard, okay, and Scott McCombie on opening night in Seattle. Opening other appearances such as he had also a cameo appearance as a taxi driver in the Whoopi Goldberg film Burger. Okay. He has also had cameo appearance in other films, such as Time Wire and the Adventure of Wild Swan as Ray's official, Rubber Man's Bobby, and Tapehead's Wireman. Okay. Yeah, in the promotional video to support Pacific Arts video laser Tapeheads, Neesmith was introduced as the voiceover making fun of his monkey's barrage. Oh God, please help me. Nation Petite Smith, who appears to camera to speak, poking fun of this missing hat. God. An operation lookalike in the U.S. cast in the December to Neesmith by appearing on talk shows doing interviews in Australia during the 1980s. The scam was successful. The lookalike by being so far enough from America to avoid detection as a fraud. Wow, which was most likely in the U.S., which was a real Neesmith and made media and show business acquirements. Okay, in the entire interviewee in the parachute, Crusade was not discovered until after he was banished from the public eye. Oh wow, the imposter Barry Parker, who had pulled virus with scam for 4 years, was not appeared and sent to jail in 2009. Personal life, okay. He was married 3 times and had 4 children. Wow. He's married his first wife, Phyllis Ann Bobbier, in 1984, while in San Antonio College. Together he had 3 children: Kristen, born in 1965, Jonathan, born in 1968, and Jessica, born in 1970. Neesmith and Bobbier divorced in 1972. Neesmith had a son, Jason, born in August in 1978 to Nora Wild, who have met while working the Monkees. 1976, he married his second wife, Catherine Bird, okay? In 2000, he married his third wife, Veronica Kennedy, but the marriage ended in divorce in 2011. While the Monkees TV show ended in 1968, Neesmith worked part-time at the University of California, Los Angeles, while studying American history and music history. In 1973, Neesmith founded the Countryside Records label with Jack Harrison, the founder of Electric Records. In 1974, Neesmith started Pacific Art Records and released what he called a book with a soundtrack titled "To Person" as the company's first release. Health and Death. Neesmith was forced to cancel the last 4 days in his 2018 tour with Mickey Dolenz due to mental health scare. In the interview with Rolling Stone, published in July 26 that year, Neesmith said he was undergoing quantum bypass heart surgery and had been hospitalized for over a month. He died from heart failure in his home, Carmel Valley, California, earlier today. He was 78 years old. Dolenz modernized Neesmith as a dear friend and partner. Okay, we don't need to read all of this. I've been reading all of this today, but yeah, that's just me. Now, without further ado, let's get to the most science confession regarding to these 6 I just mentioned in this episode right now. Thank you. Now, after that, recipes to these 6 and blackjack, and before I end this up, before I wrap things up, I say recipes to one more dev topic. I want to say recipes to one more person. Okay, it is somebody. It was a Famicom somebody who saved Famicom, SNES, and NES died yesterday. Remix requested me to do this, so there you go. Recipes to him, and yeah, just wanted you to know about that. Now I'll move on to my next topic, which is I was gonna do this with him, but I just think it just never gonna have it showed up. But anyway, moving on. Anyway, I got not two, but actually 7 topics to deal with today. Anyway, the first one I got to read is the reason why McDonald's had changed its logo. Now I got it's a 2-part topic I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna read this 5 more topics to read. Oh, hang on. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Fire's LukeJ62895, episode number 347. Sorry to hear background noise, you just ignore that. But anyway, moving on. Reason why McDonald's have changed its logo. Now, before I begin this episode, before I begin this topic, yeah, I remember saying I'm sorry about what the delays of the topics. I just ran over, and then all of a sudden, boom! It just keeps crashing on me twice. You know, I'm just feel like I have a difficulty here. Just felt like I need to do it. Just didn't know what to do now. You know, that's just me. Anyway, moving on. If you have followed McDonald's on TikTok, you may have noticed that there's a huge fast food chain that's involved this makeover. It's part of the delicious fries and the areas of burgers. Okay. McDonald's logo, also known as the Golden Arches, is one of the most recognized images in the world. Wow. And one TikToker was asked by McDonald's to give for their iconic letter M on the A ride background and ramp. And the end result is hilarious. It's not hilarious to me in my book. Emily Zuggy, a TikToker and college graduate with a degree in design, posted a video in August where she posted a degree to good use by designing improved logos for companies including Starbucks and Apple. The McDonald's TikTok account spotted her ironic designs and asked her in the comment section to give a fresh spin on their Golden Arches. Okay? I did not want to watch it. That's copyrighted. That's a no-no. But the McDonald's account wrote, I need a new logo. Please grab a design in my passion. Like all with Emmy designs, she began giving her funny takes on the existing logo. The last bit of it is McDonald's. I don't think he meant the logo to be suggested, but right now, this Golden Arches look like a knees to me. I don't want to be thinking about knees. I'm eating my chicken. And that makes more no sense to me. Now, looky here. McDonald's love Emmy's design. I don't think so. I have not agreed with this. It's M, C, and the D, and O. What happened? And no N. L-A-O-N. That's how you spell McDonald's, okay? She then revealed the new Emily Zogo involved Raga Bethard going O and then center stage. Emily also decided to remove the N, thus changing the name the entire food franchise to McDonald's. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's called McDonald's! You idiot! Thank you. Anyway, moving on. McDonald's seems to approve of the new logo on the name change. They have showcased Emily's creation on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. McDonald's and Shall We Know McDonald's responded to the comments section of the video TikTok writing, "Fuck you, Among Us." Huh? A tweet of the restaurant Twitter reads, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Where we make love with the McDonald's logo." Huh? No, we don't love it. That make no sense to me. That just not showing up the McDonald's logo. Anyway, that's a part 1 topic. The next topic is the part 2 topic is about women's viral mock redesign for the iconic logos are actually used by brands. Okay, a woman has created what was partially TikTok's biggest in-joke after redesigning some of the U.S. most iconic logos, and big brands have given it at the action. With TikTok user Amy Zolly joining shared intelligence as redesigning and selling exotic logos, it racked up millions of views. Wow. And caught the attention of some of the country's largest companies, okay, who request their own logos to become victim of her art. The makeshift logo has been seen boosted in the profile pictures, making it a brand's official TikTok account. Now it's showing that the company's doing the right TikTok right in 2021. I agree with that. I agree. Now, that is the wrong way. That is the wrong way. I have to agree with this. Anyway, my next topic has to do with Read Rainbow. Now, what is Read Rainbow? That is, it came out in 1983, and it's on PBS, my childhood favorite channel, that is. And, you know, it's returning after a 15-year hiatus. Now, the beloved children's show Read Rainbow is returning after more than 15 years off the air. The updated version of the show was called Read Rainbow Live, and will feature a diverse, talented comedic troupe of young performers as hosts of the program's career show CBS Morning, okay? This is a host right see here, and it's not showing Read Rainbow 1983, okay? Read Rainbow originally aired in 1983, was hosted by actor Ravon Burton, okay? But the show returns comes to the parents has struggled with the balance remote schooling and other activities during the pandemic. Read Rainbow Live was developed as a lifesaver response to the challenges, okay? Executive producer Steve Burr said in the news release, okay? We know it's a tough pandemic for parents, for caregivers, for teachers. We wanted to make sure that we have kids engaged and pick books, and we were going to use movies and music and engaging kids and learn, and we really want kids to see themselves in the books that we're choosing. And we're going to reserve careers, authors, illustrators, and sayings. Creative director Amy Garland told CBS News national correspondent Vladimir Doris. Never heard of him. But anyway, it's supposed to be PBS News Hour, but anyway. Gotta continue reading, though. I doubt it, but anyway. The updated version of Read Rainbow stick with the structure of the original version's 25 episodes. Educating young viewers through music, field trips, cultural exploration, and the book of the day release said. Okay? The new group of hosts will be known as Rainbows. The release said. Producers are still searching for one more performer to round up the group. The cast will be announced in the coming weeks. When asked about the decision to have multiple hosts, Granul said the show's career the remote kids and the viewers to see themselves in the show. We think the rainbow is fun and the diverse individual cast will allow children to identify these hosts. And it's just a totally new experience in this totally experience, she said. Unlike the original version, young viewers will be able to engage with this live show via the virtual program, okay? Rather, they are asking questions in the cast member, okay? Following along the dance routine, bringing water to answer the question correctly, viewers will be motivation to participate, okay? Parents will be gratified knowing that their children are being entertained and stimulated, and it was released said. Gershwin said the show will launch in early 2022. I'm very excited, but I'm looking forward to this. Remix, my friend, on the other hand, does not. Anyway, my next topic has to do with this news report. Now, when I say news report, I say it's from CNN. If you watch this remix, I'm not going to be happy about this ever in my life, period. But it is going to be about CNN Chris Comio. I never heard of him, but he is a devil. Suspended over the role in guest governor and his brother, Andrew Comio's scandal, okay? CNN on Tuesday suspended his top news anchor, Chris Comio, over the role of defending his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Comio, over sexual harassment allegations. The CNN said in a statement the suspension followed the release of the new court documents on Monday. Ugh. Man. These document points to the greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts that he previously knew. As a result, they suspended Chris immediately, for violation, CNN said. Okay? His brother was forced to step down as governor in August after multiple allegations of sexual misconduct. He had denied any wrongdoing. He did not initially respond to requests to comment on the suspension. I disagree. He's a devil to me, in my book. He hosted CNN's most watched primetime news show, who was minute in May, who he breached some of his network's rules. He was a brother. He had to handle his organization, the public relations protections. Having that's his word, excuse me. But anyway, he also pledged not to report on the case on air. Too late now, pal. CNN said on Tuesday, that is a time that appreciate the unique position that it was in, and understood it was needed to put family first and job second. Disagreed. But said the new documents raised serious questions. The documents released by New York's Attorney General Leah James saw texts and other messages in which Comio sought to use his own search in the media to find out information in the case, and when the woman involved in it, okay? Criminal complaint charges his brother with a mysterious, whatever the word is, offense was filed on October 29th in the New York court. CNN on Tuesday, which is sometime last month, suspended his top news anchor, Chris Comio, for this role of defending his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Comio, over sexual harassment allegations. The CNN said that in the statement, the suspension followed the release of the new court documents on Monday. Well, these document points that the greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts, the personally knew as a result the suspended Chris and family for the violation, CNN said. He was forced to step down as governor in August. I keep reading it multiple times, but that's just me. sexual, he was not any wrongdoing. Okay. He also seen, I kept reading that multiple times, but yeah. Okay. 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 A criminal control complaint charging. Okay. Okay, moving on. Okay, that's all the report I got from Chris coming in. Yeah, too late, pal. Go ahead. Moving on. I got three more topics to read, and that is, of course, Disney's missing Simpsons episode in Hong Kong raises censorship fears. Episode that led for Charles Square Massacre is left out in the recently launched Disney Plus streaming lineup. Now, I've recently heard about this last month, and it was so terrifying, you know. The episode of Simpsons was Walt Disney Company's streaming service in Hong Kong is raising concerns about raising censorship in the Chinese territory. Disney launched its streaming service Disney Plus earlier in November in Hong Kong, featuring variety of programming owned by the entertainment giant, including 32 seasons of animated comedy series. Yet one episode is missing from the Simpsons lineup titled Goo Goo Jai Pang. The episode from the season 16 stars a trip to China by the show's namesake family. Wow. Along the way, they charted the privacy Tiananmen Square in Beijing that reads on the state site in 1989 never happened. The episode also features a reference to the iconic tank man foe, and the man stands in front of them, column in the tank on the military movement across Stuart-led process on June 4th, 1989. It isn't known that Disney removed the episode under pressure, or whether it does decide itself to leave the episode out of the lineup when it launched Disney Plus service on Hong Kong in November. Representatives of Disney didn't respond to requests or comments. And a spokeswoman of the Hong Kong office and the conservation officer, which oversees broadcasters to say, declined to comment. The episode happens in spoils about, let's just read the rest, about realizing censorship in Hong Kong. Wow, that makes no sense to me. And it exists for the Western companies under pressure to it says in the effort to self-censor following the abomination of sweeping national security wall by Beijing, China last year. That stamped out dissent across the country. In October, Hong Kong's legislatures passed a film censorship law allowing the government to ban films. Oh, jeez. Anyway, deemed a threat to national security. Whether it's self-censorship or not, whether it's district censorship, is based on calculations on how benefit the China market and to Disney or any other American company, said Steve Stang, have announced the director of SOAS China Center in London. It's about to China market and declare it's in the clear understanding that the Chinese government will not hesitate to use the outside mustard based on the size of this market to get its way. Wow, this episode got banned. How does this even work in China? Okay, Disney has huge business interests in China, a market that is in the other Hollywood studios careful not to offend their fears of loss and losing assets. Okay, Disney was always in China and Hong Kong to assess sales for this movie business in the region have moved aggressively to maintain the peace in China and over the years. And a fan that bought some controversy, a fact that the controversy in the U.S. Excuse me, I've misspoke. But anyway, and it was still missing. But anyway, in 2016, Disney opens Shanghai Disney Resort, a $5.5 billion theme park and entertainment complex that took more than a decade of national Chinese police demand. The company operates a smaller park in Hong Kong, while its Marvel Studios release among China's highest grossing movies of all time. Yet the company has run a followed Chinese operation before last year. For example, Disney executive to defend the decision of film to produce a new Mulan remake in unchanged providence, where the Chinese government is believed to house work camps for members of Cultural Memories. The conversation to prevent Chinese officers to block monitoring for the film, God help me, which ended up flopping as Chinese and U.S. theaters. Jeez, man. The missing system episode cites the taboo nature in China and the 1989 killings of protesters in Tiananmen Square by people representing the army. In Hong Kong, the massacre was openly commemorated for years, most notably during the annual candlelight vigil in the city's Victoria Park that routine drew tens, of thousands of the national security crackdown. In the past year and a half, operations in Hong Kong have banned gatherings, governments the massacre. Oh, jeez. God signed pandemic retaliations. Why? Organizers closed down a museum dedicated to the event following a visit from the police. Again, why? Officials at Hong Kong University was warned that they plan to remove a partial statue commemorating the victims of the campus courtyard. Again, why? Meanwhile, authorities have shown a willingness to approve years-long jail sentence on activities ground found guilty on Chen and displaying political slogans forbidden on the national security law. Early in November, a judge sentenced a former food delivery worker to nearly 6 years of prison. Oh, Jesus! Anyway, for protesting Hong Kong and extremists after he was arrested for change protesting slogans during the government last year. Oh, God, help me. Anyway, the phrase says that law had been brought safely and separately to Hong Kong got following the sometimes violent wave of the pro-democracy protests that rocked the city 2019, And, yeah, that's the topic I have right now. Now we'll move on to my two other topics, which they are as follows, okay? Animaniacs revives a canceled Looney Tunes character to cancel him again. Okay? A nationally canceled Looney Tunes character show up in a moment in the new season of Animaniacs, only be erased from existence. Wow, okay? Early this year, controversy broke out over the news that the Ramon Smuck PB Blue has been cut from the Space Jam at New Legacy. Pepe has been blatantly formerly Looney Tunes character in a long time. Wow. Understandably, so given that his world stick was based around extreme, I'm not going to say the S word, harassment, but the Space Jam sequel was cut plain scene in which Pepe was being directly called by his Spanish offensive behavior. Jeez. It seems as a mockery of Pepe was something Warner Bros. Wanted to entertain as current movement, which makes it all more surprising that the originally canceled character show up in the new Animaniacs. Okay? The Pepe cameo offers in the first segment of Animaniacs Season 2, Episode 7, Yakko and the Maggio. A homage of the classic 1953 Chuck Jones cartoon Duck Amuck. Okay? Yakko Amamoto involves an eldest Warner brother being traumatized by one of his animators. In this gag, early in the cartoon, Yakko is about to take a lick from his ice cream cone, but his tongue reaches out. the animator erases ice cream and replaces it with the Pepe Le Pew. Okay. After initially licking the stunk all over his body, Yakko's initially disturbed. Pepe is also uncomfortable, stating this is not something I would like usually say, but things are maybe using it a little fast and more. Okay. Yakko demands his ice cream back, so the animator then proceeds to erase Pepe. Why? Okay. A fate that sunk a display escape as he cries about the fear of the cold and dark void of non-existence. Okay. Given that season 2 would having a production at the same time as Space Jam: A New Legacy would have likely get the gag and acknowledgement of controversy over Pepe's cancellation. The fact Pepe was allowed to cameo the Animaniacs, despite being cut from Space Jam: A New Legacy and other Looney Tunes productions, is likely due to the combination of the cameos. Briefly, the Animaniacs reboot generally lends towards edgier, more adult humor. Wow. While it's not as blunt as the deleted Space Jam call-out scene, the Pepe cameo in Yakko and Mango serves to deliver more meta, darkly comedic transition to the character. It works acknowledging that while it never been extreme as it was in Pepe, the Warriors engaged in a fair share and objection. I pronounce this word, excuse me. Command, I'm not gonna say the S word, harassment, and then one of the original Animaniacs series. Wow. That the wonder that can come back with their own series is become very much more than the characters than just more comic routines. Whereas a one joke like Pepe's now only really exists to be cancelled. Okay, that makes more sense now. To see Pepe got cancelled, Animaniacs Season 2 is now streaming on Hulu. Okay, my last topic is for Remix, okay? And it is about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, okay? It's an upcoming adventure comedy film based on the video game franchise Sonic the Hedgehog published by Sega, okay? It's a sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which I saw in theaters last time I checked in 2020. With Jeff Ross directing from the script written by Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and John Willington, okay? The cast includes James Martin, okay? Ben Schwartz, Tika Swamper, Natasha Rothwell, and Wally, Summer Mars, Andrew, and Jim Carrey. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 follows Sonic and Tails as they try to possess Dr. Eggman and Knuckles the Eggma to find the master. Eggman, okay. Follows the success of the first film and the plans of the film series, Paramount Pictures announced the sequel in May 2020. Filming takes place in March to June 2021 in Vancouver and Hawaii. Wow. We'll cover there in Hawaii, excuse me. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is scheduled to be released in the United States on April 8th, 2022 by Paramount Pictures in association with Sega Sammy Group. Okay? That makes more sense now. Production. By April 2020, Marston experienced that his interest in the sequel developed between several characters in the video games, including Tails, who appeared in the mid-credits scene in the first film, is in. The director, Jeff Farr, also experienced interest in developing a sequel that focused on Sonic and Tails' friendship, featured developed Dr. Robotnik. Later that month, Schwartz said he felt it would make sense for Paramount Pictures to not have announced that sequel at that point due to COVID-19. Also, he was interested in a sequel featuring Tails and a more game and portrayal of Robotnik. Later that month, Sonic the Hedgehog co-writer Pat Casey revealed there was more talks in the sequel. that the film is not given a green lit by Paramount Pictures by that point. He also said that Carey was interested in wearing the fat suit in the sequel. Wow. Okay. To more closely Robotnik's video game experience. Casey has also hinted that the sequel can feature supersonic form of the cars and cars and from the video games, okay, and also experience aspire to introduce the character, the Knuckles of Knuckles. I haven't announced this word, okay, Knuckles, okay, whose extent to hint that went to in China tried the scene during the first film opening sequence, okay. In May, Paramount Pictures confirmed that the sequel of Sonic the Hedgehog was in development, with Ford set to return as director alongside Casey and Josh Miller. Neil R. Morris, Toby Asher, and Toru Nakahara, produced the sequel, had previously co-produced the first film alongside Tatsuya Ito, while Tim Miller Southern Raw and Haruki Saramari will return to the first film as executive producers. Wow. Okay. In December, it was confirmed the storyboard artist film arc that artist Tyson Hesse will design the character Sonic in the first film will return. Wow. The film's title was officially announced as Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in February 2021. In May, a summary of Sonic the Hedgehog 2's story was released as Paramount Pacific publication of the U.S. Copyright Office's catalog. Okay. Casting. In January 27, 2020, cast Jim Carrey expressed interest in starring the sequel. Okay. Feeling that his character, the villain, Dr. Robotnik, could be expanded the sequel. I wouldn't mind that going to do another one because it was so much fun. First of all, and the real challenge is trying to convince people that I try triple digit IQ. Wow. Okay. There's so much room. You know, Robotnik is not yet reached his Robotniks. On March 6, 2020, Sonic the Hedgehog star James Martin confirmed he was signed to do multiple sequels. Wow. Okay. On January 26, 2021, Tia Stubber announced that she would respire role as Maddie. Okay. In March 2021, it was announced that Ben Schwartz and Jim Carrey responded their roles as Sonic and Robotnik respectively. In April 2021, James Martin will confirm the role of Tom, okay, Mr. Wagowski, okay. On June 16, 2021, it was announced that Super Moore has joined the cast in the undisclosed role. On August 10th, 2021, it was announced that Audrey have announced it, has now officially joined the cast as the voice of Knuckles. On September 29th, 2021, it was announced that Lee Robotnik would respire his role as Andrew Stowe. On December 7th, 2021, Colin Nessie announced that she will return the voice as Tails. Filming. In December 2020, it was reported that BC Film Commission had listed the production of the film would occur to March 5th to May 10th, 2021, under the working title of Measuring Hill. A reference to the open source to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 video game. Okay. In January 2021, Tia Stubber revealed that the film will shoot in both Vancouver and Hawaii. Okay. Principal choreography began in Vancouver in March 15, 2021, with Brandon Charles as serving as cinematographer, as a way to show his gratitude to crew. Carry out the rapper on May 7th in order to give away a Chevrolet Blazer. The car was eventually given to the grip. Filming in Vancouver concluded on May 12th, 2021. Filming wrap in Hawaii on June 25th, 2021. Okay, to celebrate the biggest milestone yet. The 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. Post-production. Visual effects and animation for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will provide the motion picture company after previously working on the first film. Okay? John Warrington was announced as co-screenwriter on August 10th, 2021. On music on December 8th, 2021. John Hockenberg, who composed the first movie, who announced to be returned to compose the film score. Marketing. The teaser poster was revealed on December 8th, 2021. The next day, the first trailer was revealed at the Game Awards 2021, which Remix was talking to me about. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was set to be released, the Paramount Pictures in United States on April 8th, 2022. There will be a Disney Paramount Plus release February and March 2022, so be on the lookout for it. Now, without further ado, I gotta do the game segments, the notes, and what I've watched on Paramount Plus and Disney Plus before I decide to wrap things up. Okay, now I'm going to stream soon. Now, I can't be streaming as right now, but after this is over, but that way I can be maybe more focused. But anyway, I gotta mute the volume, and once I get done streaming, I gotta be done with the stream. So there you go. Anyway, I gotta get this thing ready, and we'll wrap things up. Okay. Okay. But anyway, I got the popular games to scroll down some more, and I got I got some stuff to do, and randomly we gotta do Hangman, and I can't do the rest of the games, so there you go. Because once we're done with the games, then it'll be time for me to do. Where's the Hangman game? Where is that? Actually, you know what? Screw this. Let's do Paris Production Group stuff. So we don't have much time left to do we don't have much time left. Screw it. Paris Production Group stuff. And then we'll wrap up with notes and what I've watched Disney Plus and Paramount Plus. Okay? Because I have things to do, okay? Okay. Going to stream soon, okay. Okay, Bowman. I can't be joining the stream right now, so I have difficulties with the thing, so there you go. Yeah. It might be more easier to quit Discord than this, so there you go. I may be ending it early, so there you go, Bowman. So, yeah. As far as you know. Yeah. So yeah. There'll be no game segments after this one is over, so we'll probably have to do 2 more segments, and then we'll be done. So there you go. So anyway, open this up. I got this to do. Okay, open this up. It's a 10. Change the card to Jack. Lower. It's a push. That's okay. Lower. The 3. Higher. Skin. Lower. I need to change the card again. It's a deuce. Higher. I don't change cards now. Okay. Higher? Not bad. Jack. Lower. It's not bad. Okay. There we go. 11. Okay. 9, come on. Okay, it's not bad. We got the cherry and I didn't win anything. Danger color time. And we gotta do something here. Okay, 2. I was silent for the whole time I was doing this stream. 3. Okay, one more and I win like 25,000. 9. Come on, do something like this real quick. 4. One more and I, oh, no. Okay, 10. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Okay, we gotta do this anyway. Okay. Before I end this notes scene, I got... Okay, after the notes, and what I've watched Disney Plus, and then after this, I gotta wrap things up, okay? Okay, because I have food to eat. I'm starving, okay? Anyway, what I've planned for tomorrow, okay, is weekend celebration and LG Reacts followed by Ripley's Weird episodes for the month of January. And, Elsham TV special, Christmas special with part 6 plus bonus, and lunchtime episode 263. Then December 12th we got Cooks episode 13, and December 13th we got 3 episodes of book reviews, and then an episode of Reacts on the 14th. We're gonna do this that way. The 15th, 3 more episodes of book reviews, and then book reviews on the 16th. We can still do lunchtime on those, and then we'll be back for a brand new episode of Friday's LukeJ62895. Now we're gonna celebrate Christmas, part 1, but we're going to get ready for that way. But before we go, we got 2 segments. What we watch on Disney Plus, okay? We got as follows, okay? And that is, of course, not 1, not 2, but 4 things I've been watching. I have several things that I got watch, okay? First things first, okay, is, let me just see here, where is that? Okay, there we go. First thing, what I've watched Disney Plus. Okay, Cruella, and then Black Widow, and then what I've watched Paramount Plus is Beavis and Butthead, Season 1, Episodes 6 to 9, and then Season 2, and then Behind the Music, Episodes 8, 1 to 8, Season 1. And that's all it is. And then double episode for Friday's LukeJ62895, episode number 347, Season 1, Season 8, Episode 1, excuse me. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be Merry Christmas Friday's episode number 6, part 1. Get ready for the main action. Till next time, so just goodbye, peace out, baby. We get more Friday shows, guys, very soon. Till then, just out. See ya.